What's up, D-Gens? Welcome back to our NFL draft series, profiling our top 30 players for Sports Gambling Podcast. Today we're talking about Shedeur Sanders, a polarizing player. Shedeur's 6'3", or 6'2", 215 pounds, 23 years old, senior out of Colorado. Started Jackson State. What a lot of people don't know is he did have offers from all the major schools, Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, but he chose to go to Jackson State, then follow his dad to Colorado. This year, he had 4,133 yards, 37 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and completed 73.4% of his passes. Projected to be a top 10 pick, but he's all over the board. You see Daniel Jeremiah has him at 11. PFF has him at 47. There's some people that say he's more of a round two grade. All it takes is one team. And if that team is the Giants or the Browns or the Saints that are picking in the top 10, he could go there. If the Steelers have a first-round grade on him, he could go there at 21. If he gets past the Steelers, so we're talking day two, or unless somebody trades back into the first round. But I do think he ends up being drafted in the top 10. There's just not a lot of quarterbacks in this class, and Sanders, as much as people want to have concerns, he's played really well at Colorado, and he's not necessarily had the best cast, specifically his offensive line. Again, Jeremiah has him at 11, PFF 47. His poise in the pocket, he keeps eyes down the field, very tough, took some big shots, made some big throws with defenders barreling down on him. And people talk about his athleticism, and he's not as fast as his dad. He's not someone that's going to blow you away with athleticism, but he's still a good athlete. 2.91 yards per run when he did run the ball. And he was fourth in the country at 592 yards, or 218 yards rushing, and 4 rushing TDs, 8.4 yards per run. And then look at his strength, accuracy, and anticipation. Number 2 receiving grade per PFF at college football. He has the ability to buy time within the pocket and throw from different arm angles. His one of the weaknesses is that he does hold the ball too long. Takes some big shots because he's trying to play for the big play. You can't do that in the NFL. You're not going to have a long career if you take big hits like that. A little slower release, and he's indecisive at times. Overall athleticism, you'd like to see someone that has more quickness to be able to escape the pocket and some more arm strength to throw downfield. Especially if you play somewhere like the AFC North, where you're playing outside and you're playing against these tough defenses and cold weather and tough weather games. So, he's an interesting player when you look at him. And a lot of this is, a lot of the stuff with his dad brings some concern to NFL fan bases and possibly NFL front offices, because you're going to have somebody that is not afraid to question the franchise, question what's going on, and put some pressure on people, and it might make people uncomfortable. Look at some of the player comparisons: Michael Penix Jr., NFL Draft Buzz; Geno Smith, CBS; shades of CJ Stroud and Joe Burrow, Bleacher Report. Even heard the Titans head coach say he reminds him of Joe Burrow a little bit. Mock draft landing spots: the Giants, the Browns, and it was the Raiders, but now they got Geno. It may not be them. They still could pick him up. He got some ties back to Tom Brady, but we also have the Saints as well. So it's been the Shedeur Sanders episode. Thanks for tuning in.